Hey everybody, this is Gaupnekaren, and welcome back, I guess. We're at the first game, and I guess we should really start talking about the game. Well, at first, the title at the very least. The innuendos are as strong as ever, with the title being Up Your Arsenal. Thankfully, the title isn't as bad here in Paolo. It's just a number, and that's much better than Locked and Loaded. Before anyone else says it, yeah, I know my intros are shit, so, you know, fuck it, let's just look at the story briefly. Sometime after Ratchet and Clank 2, Ratchet and Clank are playing chess and watching Clank's own TV show. Clank's a productive fucker, ain't he? He's an actor at the age of 2, and here I am, soon 19 and with no life goal. Ratchet turns on the news and sees that Veldin is getting attacked by an evil scientist guard and radio Dr. Nefarious and his personal army. And that's no good. Ratchet does what any self-proclaimed mechanic would do in this situation and goes to Veldin to kill all of them. When he lands on Veldin, he encounters the Galactic Rangers, a small robot army who gives Ratchet his first 2 weapons. Ratchet, I don't think that bringing a wrench to a war was one of your greatest ideas, just saying. Either way, the evil army is dead and Ratchet won. If only it were simple. The president of Solana Galaxy contacts the duo and basically says that the prophecy says that Jungle Man will kill the evil scientist guy. Then the duo goes to the jungle to find Jungle Man, but it turns out that Captain Chin was Jungle Man all along. Also Amnesia. Also, Sasha, captain of the Starship Phoenix, says that they need to go to the Starship Phoenix and deliver Quark. But it turns out that the president is in the middle of a war. Ratchet and Clank save him, and that's nice. And a bit later, they recruit Helga, Skinnermarks, and Big Al for a covert team called the Q-Force. I'm not making anything up. For some reason, a few one-off characters from the first game are in this team. It barely makes any sense, but whatever. After a while, Ratchet and Clank find out that the end goal of Dr. Nefarious is to turn everyone into a robot with a device called the Death Star. Bio-Obliterator. But before that, Clank is replaced by Nefarious to spy on the Q-Force. Ratchet, Clank, Clank's impersonator, and Quark go to a place called Celery Starport. But it's a trap and Quark dies. Big sad, but then the team finds out that Dr. Nefarious is in Metropolis due to a video game. And it tests out the Bio-Obliterator and hits just about anyone in the city except Ratchet, I guess. Then Ratchet beats Nefarious, and Nefarious leaves, and Clank reveals himself, and more dumb shit. Clank joins the party again, and they go to the crashed Star Cruiser to look for stuff. Ratchet finds out that Quark survived, and they go to his place to set up the final boss. Then the Starship Phoenix gets attacked, and the duo fends off ninjas. That's when the Q-Force learns the location of the Bio-Obliterator. It's on planet Koros, and the duo go there and destroy it. However, that's where we learn that there is another Bio-Obliterator, which is even more dangerous than the first one. That's not even fucking subtle. Ratchet and Clank go to the planet where the second Bio-Obliterator is and destroys it with help from Captain Quark. This results in Dr. Nefarious and his butler Lawrence being stranded on a meteor on their way to some other galaxy and stuff. Yeah. In actuality, the game's story is alright. However, there are a couple of things that I feel that I need to discuss, though. While Dr. Nefarious is a fun villain, maybe it's, I guess, a bit too fun. Like, don't get me wrong, he's a fun villain. He's a real fun villain. I really like Dr. Nefarious, he's my favorite villain in the series. But the seriousness of each situation is lessened by either a soap opera thingamajig in his head or in Metropolis, his audition for Galactic Idol. That brings in a small nitpick. This game has dropped the consumerism theme. It is replaced by pop culture references that was out there when it first came out. Well, I think I wasn't really a smarty pants in 2004, so maybe the most obvious is a character that was really unimportant in the story. Courtney Gears. The only story significance she has is bringing Clank to Dr. Nefarious. Nothing much else really, and then she's a boss. She has a good female. Anyway, even though the whole consumerism theme is gone, I don't mind it too much. But even so, this is the first game to go away from the whole consumerism theme, and Gladiator brought it back, so I am in all honesty more accepting of it being absent in the future series. Either way, that's all pointless shit to some of you, so let's just talk about the gameplay. When talking about the gameplay itself, it really isn't any different from Ratchet and Clank 2. Ratchet still jumps, whacks stuff with his wrench and shoots stuff, and Clank does more puzzle-oriented stuff. So things aren't really too different. However, the focus in the game is different. The Ratchet and Clank series up to this point has been really evenly split when it comes to the amount of shooting and platforming. The majority of the levels were usually designed around the split, having a shooter-based pathway and a platforming-based pathway within most levels. This time around, and this applies for the rest of the series from this point onwards also, the levels are more linear than before, only containing one pathway, excluding a few instances. And the focus is more lean towards shooting. It's pretty clear when you look at the weapons. All of them can now be leveled up to level 5 on a standard playthrough, while most of them can reach level 8 complete the challenge mode. However, each upgrade is reached faster by the Ratchet and Clank 2, mostly due to the amount of XP being not as big as before, and also the fact that there's more enemies on screen compared to Ratchet and Clank 2. The weapons also get some perks when leveling up, like lock-on, acid, etc. Well, actually, they basically work the same as the upgrades we buy from Simco in Ratchet and Clank 2 with the platinum modes. Was it titanium? Was fuck. Speaking of which, Slimcom Nero also appears in the game. He sells a few Megacorp weapons and will level up like the other weapons. This is how the Gadgetron weapons in Ratchet and Clank 2 should have been handled. You can get them for free if you have the weapons on the Ratchet and Clank 2 save file, which are the lava gun, the military glove, the shield charger, the plasma coil, and last but not least, my boy the bouncer. There is one thing that kinda sucks a bit though. You can get the lava gun and the military glove as soon as you reach Slim, but the other 3 weapons are available for purchase when you touch down on the last 3 planets, like the developers forgot that Slim was a thing and added the weapons in the last minutes before release. If the guns were a bit scarce throughout the game, then the issue would have been solved really, but that would probably also be for the worse in another sense. This game has brought some staples that would appear in later games, like lo-fi weapons, but one of those ain't a good one, the weapon balancing. Many weapons that were useful earlier in the game, like the M90 Hurricane, are completely useless in the final stretch of the game, and you know, it's become a bit of a staple, and it ain't good. While it doesn't affect this game as much as the later ones, it's there and it's annoying. However, I do get that it's a side effect of the extended leveling up mechanic. Something that's also set in stone is the weapon quota, as I like to call it. I don't really have another word for it. So, most weapons in the game have a counterpart from the previous game. For example, shotgun, pistol, spray, minion, bomb, ninja star, etc. While it does kinda suck due to the lack of originality, I do get though that introducing too many weapon archetypes at once would deprive the well of originality too quickly. Also, something that is worse here than Ratchet and Clank 2 is the usage of the guns after they reach level 5. The amount is 92,453 times 0. That equals 0. That's basically the gameplay of the— Wait a minute, I forgot about the new crates! The jackpot is neat since it basically is double bolts for a period of time. The further crate is something I guess it's neat to have around, but it is best unused. Just listen to me, it's basically the Starman for Mario, but it limits your choices of attack to a one-hit kill range, basically. It sounds awesome, but it's pretty useless in the long run, really. Since you barely have any attack options, you miss out on the XP for weapons. While you don't really need to have level 5 weapons, it's useful to have just in case things get rough, especially in your first playthrough or something. Either way, how are the planets? How do they work in comparison to previously? Well, they're clearly more straightforward in design. Since the shooting aspect is cranked up, it takes its toll on the explorative aspect. While this isn't true for all levels, the design is on average pretty flat really. While I don't mind it too much, I do still prefer the design in the 2 first games, where you had shooting and platforming based around different pathways. Speaking of pathways, there are noticeably fewer required pathways. There are other pathways, but most of the time they are for optional shit, like the charge boot on Planet X. That in of itself isn't that bad, since the game takes on a more linear structure, but it does lose a bit of the replayability that the previous games had. Also, about the locations, they have sometimes different activities like the ones in Ratchet and Clank 2. For starters, the Superstuff Aquados. This locale is pretty much the open areas from Ratchet and Clank 2, but with a key difference. Instead of a desert or a tundra, you travel in a maze, which I personally find to be pretty dumb. In order to move further up in the maze, you need the gravity boots, and that kinda sucks really. You can't do all of it on the first visit, and by the time you get the gravity boots, you would most likely already forget about this place, so that sucks. Also, you can't use the charge boots at all since you're in a big stinky pipe, which makes everything feels like it goes too slow. All in all, do everything you can at the start to get the cash and never return if you're playing casually. Another activity you can do is participate in matches at the Annihilation Nation, the arena for this game. While it's only one arena in this game, which may be a plus or a minus, whichever way you look at it, it does host one thing that the arenas from 2 didn't have: obstacle courses. They're actually pretty fun honestly, but they can get a bit repetitive too with us, especially if you're doing as many as you can at once, like me. They change the obstacles and the pathways, but you still go through the same areas over and over and over again with some slight differences, so it's not something that's visually engaging really. On certain planets, the Galactic Rangers are in need of assistance, so you need to go down there and help them, I guess. Most of the missions are optional, but you want to do it to get some shit on the side, like the Map-O-Matic in Metropolis. Honestly, I don't really like them, but you do get some extra bolts though, so it ain't all that bad. There's also VR.
What the hell happened? Raiden!
That's fine and all, but how does the game look? Honestly, I figure it looks worse than Ratchet and Clank 2. The colors are pretty muted now, and there's no slickness like previously. Ratchet and Clank 1 did visual design the best, really, especially with the lighting, really. Ratchet and Clank 2 was in some sense a step down in that regard. A small step down, but still a step down. Ratchet and Clank 3 does a step down as well, but not in all areas. The areas themselves look pretty futuristic, like the second game, but it doesn't really make too much sense here. Ratchet and Clank 2 had the reason that it took place in a different galaxy, which could infer the possibility of Bolgon being a more developed galaxy compared to Solana. For example, compare Metropolis to Megapolis, or Endako to Blackwater City. But in Ratchet and Clank 3, we're back in Solana, and the design, especially in the newer areas, look more futuristic than before, which is something that has bothered me for quite a while, really. At the end of the day, I'm probably the only one who really cares about that shit, but you know, it don't really matter, because we really need to move on to the next subject, the music. The music ain't that memorable, and I said it. A few tracks are pretty decent. I really get a kick out of Bonnie Gemini, but most of the better songs in the soundtrack are from other games like Blackwater City and Metropolis. They're remixed, but if you listen closely, you'll hear this weird instrument which I suppose is supposed to be the Tyrannoid theme, or sound effect. Something like that, but it's less clean, which really makes me wonder why they just didn't use the original themes, which were, you know, really slick. There was compare Ratchet and Clank 3 Metropolis to Ratchet and Clank 1 Metropolis. Same with Blackwater City. Same with the last level. Let's compare the same thing with the last level and the one flying mission from fuck. There's a lot of remixes. There's actually quite a few, more than I remember, some from Ratchet and Clank 1, most of them from Ratchet and Clank 1, but even some from Ratchet and Clank 2, which it doesn't, the one at the very least, which doesn't make any lick of sense, but sure. By this point you must think that I don't like this game at all, but that's pretty far from the truth, really. This game still controls well, and ranks within my top 3 Ratchet and Clank games, really. In actuality, most of my criticisms, except the muted colors and weapon usage after hitting max levels, were things that I needed to properly think about while writing a script. I'm honest, the game is pretty damn good. It plays well and it's usually really charming. Some things it does worse than in Ratchet and Clank 2, like Soul Crystals and level design, but it also improves on a few aspects like the arena challenges and bosses. The Gaupnekaren fight is something that was incredibly challenging for a small Gaupnekaren as I'm what the fuck did I just say there? Honestly, the gap in between Ratchet and Clank 2 and Ratchet and Clank 3 is really slim. If you're wondering where to start if you're new to the series, I would recommend this game. It's not too easy, not too short, it pretty much solidified elements that would be present in quite a few of the later games like level 5 weapons. Anyway, I feel like I'm not going to have anything more to add during conversation. Next time, we'll head back to a series which I've been talking about a bit too much maybe, and that is of course Rayman. It's about time I talked about the first game, because I've really become somewhat competent in the game. I even reached the end of the Cave of Scouts without wasting a single continue, so that's neat. I only had 1 health though, and I was actually playing it real safe. But I was able to do it, damn it, I'm proud of myself. Fuck you all. I want to feel good about something. Oh, what's wrong with me? So I'll see you then, and hopefully I'll actually get my act together and quit the ways of being a procrastinator. Yeah, actually, I'll just be honest about this right now. Just gotta put it out there. I've been pretty lazy as of late. Part of it is due to allergies, pollen allergies, and it's really because the medicine I've been taking has really, it makes me kind of tired, you know, really lazy. That's actually a thing. And so I've really not been feeling it. Also, the fact that I really wanted to do this, but I don't know. I think kind of. I've never really felt it now, and I really want to do it, but I've tried several days just to get my act together and do it, and now it finally happened. That the date of me recording the voice now, it's May 12th, really. So it's been fucking forever. I don't know what's wrong with me. because I really want to do this, but I just can't. It just takes so long. I don't know what's wrong with him now. I'll just see you next time. I'll try to be more proactive when it comes to Rayman. In the summer vacation, I don't know really if I have much time to work on videos, but I'll see what I can do at the very least. Maybe some Mario Maker stuff, because I really want to try out Mario Maker. I never really played the first one. I didn't know Wii U. I did play a bit of 3DS because my friend owned it. So you know, after Rayman, yeah, most likely Mario Maker's out by then. So I'll try doing a bit of, maybe dabbling a bit of that. I'm not really too much a Mario guy, but see what I can do. After that, I don't know what else I should do. I think the best thing is, if depending on when the Rayman video comes out, maybe I'll make a video about the E3, because I'm really looking forward to E3, because, well, now more than ever, because, well, now actually I have enough courage to not go inside. Well, I guess it's, no, fuck what I'm saying. I'll probably do some E3 stuff, because there is Nintendo, that they have something plans. I'm really hoping that maybe some, like, I'm hoping something from Monolith, damn it. I really want the Xenoblade port on Switch, okay? Who knows? Maybe we will get to Kingdom Hearts The Story This Far on Nintendo Switch. Nah, we won't get it. Other than that, I guess we, let's see here, other than that, I think that, the Ubisoft one, I'm really looking forward to the Ubisoft one, because, well, there's the possibility of Rayman 4 being a thing, due to something Michel Ancel tweeted for, like, forever ago. I can't remember it, but he did tweet something about it. And also, I'm still hoping that Rayman makes it into Smash, okay? I fucking love Rayman. He shall get in, okay? Just Jesus Christ, I fucking closed the window, it's still bugging me. Ugh. Okay, anyway, you know, before I actually fucking coughed my ass out of... Okay, I don't have a good eulogy or some shit. Fucking hell, it's bright outside, maybe I should go out. I've been out today, I took a walk, it's been fucking forever. Real needed that, I've been feeling like shit recently. So you know what? I'll just quit now. I'll just fucking close it. What am I doing? What am I doing? Bye.